welcome to Movie vs. Podcast. I'm Rick.
I am Jeff Paul.
I am Greg Avenue Orange.
Wonderful. And today we're drafting a topic that kind of just came out of nowhere. It's not relevant to anything like the previous ones. It's just a topic that we kind of want to cover.
Which is arguably how it should be.
Number one in our hearts.
It is how it should be. I kind of, I like for the, when we post the names, for it to be relevant to the movie. Like, we actually have every, movie called, Fast vs. Furious, or not even a movie, Old Man vs. Sea. But, I'd like to expand it to, picking other topics that seem more fun. But I feel like we kind of, pigeonholed ourselves into this one.
Well, yeah,
this one is particularly fun.
We keep choosing Hemingway novels, and that's why we came up with Joe versus Volcano.
So yeah, tonight we're doing Joe versus Volcano.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
So what is a Joe movie and what is a Volcano movie?
Well, Joe has to be Joe is one of the main characters or a important character, right?
Yeah, it has to prominently feature somebody named Joe.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
What is a Volcano movie?
It has to prominently feature somebody named Volcano.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
I misinterpreted that one a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I might have to change my list slightly, but no worries.
Or a character who is of themselves a volcano.
Oh, okay. So
Volcano
Joe would count.
I have enough to be on that.
I choose Kangaroo Jack for my first and only movie.
Kangaroo Jack is a volcano.
If he's anything.
Yes.
Yeah. So I choose that for both categories, and I win. I win the podcast.
All right, we're done. All right, let's wrap it up.
See you next week in hell.
Yeah. We don't really have anything to say about either of these categories outside of the fact that I think this was a kind of hard topic to research.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, researching Joe movies especially, because I did not know a way to do that other than... I mean, you could just take every movie that you love and go to the IMDb page and see if the main character is named Joe. Although a lot of my favorite movies, I know what the main character's name is, and I know that it's not Joe. But there are a lot of movies where it's well, let's just see if anyone is named Joe, and you can't possibly do that for all the movies. it would take forever.
I will say, for this, I used AI a bit.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I know. This is what AI should be used for. Not for creating things, but for delving deep onto data. Guess what? It didn't really help me that much.
Oh, good. But still, you're gonna be dead by sunup. The way you keep talking about AI.
Yeah.
You're on the Epstein list, aren't you?
Oh crap!
You're the one that they kept referring to as AI Rick Lamb.
No, that's right.
What? No listener has ever heard my last name yet.
Oh, you could bleep it out.
No, there's no reason I should.
Or, and hear me out, they could follow you on Instagram.
Nice.
I mean, it's nothing but dick pics, but
yeah, exactly.
I assume that if you listen to our podcast, dick pics are what you want.
Yeah, that is true. Who doesn't want a nice dick pic from time to time?
All right, well, let's start it. Mostly so Greg doesn't have more time to look up his.
Yeah,
so I can
got
snipe some pics from him.
already.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we all touch your penis and then we'll see who goes first?
All right.
Oh no, I go last.
Greg.
I was just saying earlier that I think this week it might matter a lot who goes first and who goes last.
Before any picks are done, what do we do? What time is it?
Shots.
It's shots o'clock.
Everybody.
And Jeff, what are we doing tonight?
Other than group sex?
No, what are we shooting?
Oh, it's...
The audience always wants to know what we're shooting.
Right, this episode is brought to you by Dr. McGillicuddy's Peppermint Schnapps?
Yeah. Peppermint schnapps.
Peppermint Schnapps.
Just like Mama used to make.
Is that what a man looks like? Peppermint Schnapps.
I don't even understand what that means.
Really?
I like it.
I like it too.
Alright, Greg.
Alright. I think, so I had a few moments to think. I believe I want to start with Joe movies because I think I've just seen more Volcano movies, or at least didn't have. Maybe I didn't go through quite as many movies to see which characters are named Joe. So I feel like there might be more overlap there. Plus, I feel like you guys maybe. I don't know. Let's see, like there's plenty of Volcano movies. So.
Remember, though, it has to be about protagonists who are named Volcano.
Yeah.
Just go on, please.
So I'm going to go with a movie that, when I was a little younger, I thought was hilarious, and I still think it's fun, but maybe hasn't aged the best, but I think it's just a very notable Joe movie.
Yes.
I don't think it's the movie that you're thinking
Oh,
of.
damn it.
Although it's in the same vein. I'm going with Idiocracy.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
what you're thinking of.
I love Idiocracy.
Okay, I guess there's another obvious movie that sort of fits that description. So, but yeah, Idiocracy is I think the premise is fun, although I don't necessarily.
Oh, you were thinking of this other one.
Yeah.
I see.
The premise is fun, although I think that the way it gets to it, like, if you ignore like the preamble of why everyone's dumb and just accept that everyone's dumb in the future, I feel like it's a fun premise, and like. They didn't go the way that I would have gone with explaining how that happened, because they kind of like are just like, well, rich people, don't produce as much offspring or whatever. It has like a very like eugenics-y vibe. But I feel like you could totally, if you ignore that bit, you could totally read it as more like people are getting dumbed down because of like, it's the way society is with like, mindless advertising and like everything is like. Everything is aimed at the lowest common denominator, and you keep, like, making all the media and advertising and everything for, the stupidest person. And then, like, that's kind of where everyone kind of heads to or whatever. Like Brondo, it's what plants crave. Like, everyone just kind of repeats the slogan, and they don't even really think about what it means at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's interesting. But also, like, it's got a lot of, just dumb humor that is fun. I like that it's technically it's a sci-fi movie where they, like, go to the future and, I don't know, it's got some, charm. There's a Dildozer, which is a fun name for a monster truck. And I've got to shout out Terry Crews as Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Hubert Camacho.
Nice pull.
Yeah. I know his name.
You should maybe shout him out in every episode.
Yeah, I should start doing that. That's a good idea.
It's so funny how, like, it's such, like, a fantasy world that a guy like that can become president. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, the funny thing is, the interesting thing about Idiocracy and that character is that he's actually, like, a pretty decent president. Especially compared to, like, the president we have now. But, like, he's so much better. He's probably better than the majority of presidents that the U.S. has ever had. In that, like, even though he's, like, dumb and everyone's kind of dumb, one, he's smarter than most people in the universe, and two, he actually clearly wants to make the world better.
He does.
Yeah, like,
he
genuinely
cares.
Like, genuinely is trying to do good, which I feel like most people in power are not trying to do good. I feel like they just want to, watch the world burn or what have you, but,
I never thought about it, how it's going to be difficult moving forward to make parodies of reality when actual reality is just like, oh, people are raping kids and eating babies and drinking blood.
Yeah, it is so funny that you watch Idiocracy now and you're just like, wow, I would love to have this guy as the president right now.
Yeah.
He's so much better.
Simpler times.
He's actually trying, because, like, he like, when, like, the main character, Joe, Average Joe or whatever, he's like, everyone finds out that he's now the smartest person in the world. Like, the president is immediately like, oh, well, we should try to see what this guy has to say about society and try to... Maybe he has input. He, like, defers to him, like, right away.
To him. That's a crazy thought.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know.
That's, like, good leadership.
That's actually insanity. So, apparently, Joe Camacho... What is his name?
Dwayne Elizondo, Mountain Dew, Hubert Camacho.
Oh, that guy, yes.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. I guess I don't have it pulled up.
I mean, it is Black History Month, so you should get it right.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to assume that's right.
I think that's a fantastic first Joe pick. I love that movie. It just gets better and better every year. Or it might get worse and worse every year.
I think it gets better and worse.
It gets more and more of the same every year.
I didn't put together that, like, how actually problematic the overall idea is, that it's just eugenics.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, I mean, I don't know, it's only, like, a short part of the movie, and then, like, because most of the movie is, like, talking about, like, if you're not thinking about it in the lens that it initially presents itself in, you're just thinking about, like, how, like, Starbucks got, like, dumber and Fuddruckers became butt fuckers over time or whatever.
I mean, for real, though, I could go for some Starbucks right now.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I could use a hot latte.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen Idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the movie's great.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really eugenics. It's that... It's just that people who, in the movie, people who are more educated, like regardless of their race or anything, just people who are more educated tend to think of like, well, we might want kids eventually, but right now we're focused on like getting our like doctorates or their masters or whatever.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like the genes that you have are the genes of the dumb people rather than the smart people.
Like, it's not really implied that like, it seems like the dumb people at least in the opening, like, explanation.
Yeah.
The dumb people aren't just, like, people that are uneducated. They're specifically just, like, inherently dumb. And they're producing dumb children or dumb offspring.
And it's not just... I mean, it's actually not exactly that. Because, it's like, the whole thing is, like, it's not your genes. It's, like, you're going to grow up in a childhood where, like, one of the first things is, like, it shows the jock who has two different baby mamas that are like throwing shit at each other.
Yeah, but I think I mean my disagreement is not so much that you couldn't like, you know, breed people however, even though that'd be like immoral or whatever. But I do think that like the idea that like people that are successful are inherently smarter and would lead to like smarter, better children is just wrong. Like, I feel like people that are successful often have no positive qualities that led them to that situation.
Yeah.
So
what they seem to be saying in the movie is that people who are dumber are inherently more likely, at least the way that civilization is going, are more likely to reproduce. And yeah, that doesn't necessarily make sense. It does to some extent make sense that people who are more educated would be less likely to reproduce, but I don't think there's much of a correlation between how educated you are and like what your actual IQ is.
Well, I think beyond that, like I feel like we need to move off this, but basically it's just like how much can you contribute to society, and it's saying like you can't contribute anything if you are less educated or if you are less IQ, but
I think it's a very interesting movie in a way.
Yeah.
Very unique premise, and there's a lot to talk about, certainly.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with any of it. I think of it as just being a documentary.
All right. Is there anything else you have to say about it?
No, just that I masturbate to that movie constantly.
Baiting.
Yeah.
Baiting.
I was baiting.
My uncle got his law degree in a Costco.
Hey, as the Costco representative now.
Hey. Oh.
All right. So, as somebody who has spent time in a Costco, how well does it represent your Costco?
It's about picture perfect, I would say.
I assumed.
Yeah, well, because it's a documentary.
So I realized when Greg was picking, I was really happy because I was thinking he was picking this one movie, and then I thought this other movie, and then I thought this other movie. Because Joe movies tend to be movies that you just like watch as a kid, and you're like, this is funny, it's stupid, but I really like it. My pick is way stupider. And
I might know.
Welcome to Joe's Apartment.
Oh, okay.
Was that a movie?
Joe's Apartment?
Because it was a TV show for sure. Was it also a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie. I've definitely heard of the movie. I haven't watched it, but I've heard of it.
I did not know that it was a TV show. Oh, it was Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
So it's a 1996 movie, apparently starring Jerry O'Connell, where his house is so disgusting, and he lives in New York City, that he has so many cockroaches that the cockroaches can now talk and sing, importantly. And I think he's like, it's been forever since I watched this movie, but I remember loving it so much as a kid. Like, I watched it so many times. But I think he is getting evicted, and then the cockroaches are like, no, if someone else moves in here, they're going to clean up the place. And this Joe guy keeps it so dirty that we love him. And then so the cockroaches, like, talk to him and, like, help him get his apartment, like, back. I just remember lots of cockroaches singing at him.
Yeah, I know their cockroaches are, like, animated, right? Or,
Yeah, yeah.
I guess I don't. Are they like puppets or like they're? I guess I don't. I have not seen this movie. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Seems fun though.
I have no idea. I can't answer any of these. I just thought it was really funny, and as somebody who lives perpetually in a state of squalor,
I know that's right.
I cleaned up today, but
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I just thought it was always super funny, and it's just like, hey, if you don't clean up for long enough, then you have a bunch of little tiny friends that will sing and dance and have like a synchronized swimming scenes in the toilet.
Nice.
I mean, there's no downside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Have you seen? So Rick is the only one that's seen this movie.
Yeah.
So
Well, apparently I have seen it. I must have crossed some wires in my memory, because apparently it was not a TV show. It was only a movie that was based on a short film that came before it. Maybe I saw the short film.
okay.
That's right. Maybe. Anyway, I just want to, for the viewers, I just want to say that I think I was wrong about it being a TV show. Oh, yep. It was based on a 1992 MTV short film. That's what I saw.
Ooh. I think tonight I might steal the lowest Rotten Tomatoes. This one has 21%.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I might get lower than Jeff tonight.
Do I usually have the lowest?
Yes.
Nice.
yeah, that must be true, right?
I mean,
It
it's like-
feels true.
It's like limbo. The goal is to go as low as you can go.
I wonder what.
I don't have anything to say about this. It's just what popped in my head about Joe. I liked it as a kid.
Yeah, and I never
It
knew
was
that.
fun.
I never knew that they made it into a feature film.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
That's my pick.
Idiocracy has 71%. Not,
Well, Idiocracy is actually a good
not
movie.
even close.
I was gonna save Idiocracy for later. Like the fact that it's your
really?
third is
Oh,
Okay.
I definitely have ones that I feel like are stronger.
all right.
All right. I am gonna take the road less traveled. I'm gonna kick off Volcano movies. And my first pick is going to be counterintuitive, maybe, for people who pay close attention to the show.
You're gonna pick a Kendrick Lamar movie.
No,
That's for only the Patreon listeners.
Oh, that's true. The Patreon listeners, they know the Kendrick Lamar shenanigans that we've been up to over the last few days.
Yep, exactly.
But if you also want to know the Kendrick Lamar shenanigans, you gotta shell out some cash. You gotta get on the Patreon because my entire Kendrick Lamar essay is on the Patreon, but only for people who give us their hard-earned money. We're not giving that away for free.
I know that's right.
Good Kid, Mad Podcast.
That's pretty good.
That's what I'm talking about. So, my first pick for Volcano movies is The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Ooh, starting strong.
As your...
Yes, as my number 3 pick, which is hilarious, because you might recall that the Lord of the Rings trilogy was my pick for, like, the best movie of the last 25 years.
You're just trying to cause chaos.
I know.
So you're gonna
There's
find
absolutely
two
no
movies
way
that you like more than Return of the
That's
King?
insane. You can't
Interesting.
pick two other...
Because here's part of my
You
argument.
are insane.
Yeah, here's part of my argument. As a trilogy, I think Lord of the Rings is amazing. But that movie on its own does not tell a complete story. So you can't just sit down and watch that movie, therefore my other picks are better.
I guess, to be fair, Return of the King is probably my least favorite of the three. So by that logic, there's at least 2 movies that I like better.
Okay,
that's
so
true.
This one obviously qualifies.
Yeah, but
Do we need to wait till other people's picks to say if the other 2 qualify?
maybe.
I mean, are you just saying that we shouldn't have more? I mean, I feel like they definitely all have volcanoes, right?
They all have volcanoes.
Yeah.
Like, at least visually, like, you see...
It's one of the primary characters is a volcano.
well,
he's more of like
No, he's the spire that's next to the boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's more of like a floating fire eye.
Yeah, I heard lore-wise that he might also have a body or something that's not shown, but...
Okay. But
Neither here
this
nor
is
there.
important to like bring up right now because I was also like obviously Return of the King is on all of our lists.
Yep.
Yeah, I just put Lord of the Rings just generally
I also
like 1
did
through
too.
3.
Yes.
But I would have picked whichever one that I liked the most. Or at least, depending on where I was picking it.
Do you want to describe the movie and how much you
Yeah, it's a movie that no one has seen.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't have to describe what it's about, just why you think it's the worst movie of all time because you picked it third.
Well, there are so many movies with a protagonist named Volcano that I actually think it's one of the best of that set. So one of my initial thoughts was that given that the Lord of the Rings trilogy culminates in the the fires of Mordor, or whatever.
The Fires of Mount Doom.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's why it's the third
In the
best
lands
movie.
of Mordor.
Yeah. Oh no, it was someone else
The
that said
lands of Mordor by the
would've-
Fires of Mount Doom.
I would have followed you into the very depths of Mordor.
That's from Fellowship, not
Yeah.
Return of the King.
Well, no shit. That's
You're
from
talking about
Fellowship.
Return of the King.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. Isn't that like what Gimli says when Frodo is going off on his own? At the end of
It's
Fellowship.
what fucking Boromir says.
Oh yeah, Boromir says it. Boromir's the dwarf, right?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, Rick is taking his dick out and he's getting ready to hit me with it. Which, honestly, that's just good podcasting.
Leave that in.
Greg's allergic to dick slaps. Anytime Rick even gets ready to slap me with his dick, it makes Greg sneeze.
So basically, I don't know. What do you have to say about it? I think I'm gonna hold off anything I'll say.
Okay.
But, like, actually talk about the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a movie about these bros who are trying to destroy a MacGuffin.
A MacGuffin. Is that the original MacGuffin?
It might be. Yeah, one MacGuffin to rule them all. They have to destroy a ring, and the only way to do that is in a volcano. The same volcano in which the ring was originally forged. This is neither here nor there, but I think Lord of the Rings, that trilogy, I think it should be remade as a musical, starring, starring Bruno Mars. That'd be a good musical.
Is he an
I love
actor?
it.
I doubt it. He just seems like the right guy to play a singing, dancing Frodo.
You know what? I agree with you. Damn, that actually seems great.
It would be so good. And it would be like a mostly like BIPOC cast.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Except then you would also you'd get Snow in there. Remember the guy who sang Informa? I don't find the time and to blame. I like you boom boom down. He would be the one white guy.
Well, who was he playing?
Gandalf.
Oh.
It's Snow, Gandalf the White.
Yeah, Gandalf the White. He's the only white guy in the movie. Done.
Perfect. All right. On to Greg.
Oh, but oh no, I guess that's all. Anyway, it ends in a volcano.
It ends in a volcano.
Yeah.
As most things tend to end.
That's true. Most movies are volcano movies, it turns out.
Yeah, so I was gonna go all Joe movies to start, but now I kind of want to switch because I don't want Jeff to just end up with all Lord of the Rings movies.
Ooh, now we finally have cross competitiveness.
So that was one of. I knew there was something else I wanted to say, and that was it. That my initial thought was that Lord of the Rings would be like #1 volcano movie, and that almost felt counter. Not almost. That totally felt like it would be like anticlimactic to me because like everyone's gonna see it coming. Whereas, like, picking Lord of the Rings just right out of the gate, I felt like that's kind of like throwing a grenade in the room.
Yeah, but
it really is.
But you do lose if your next two picks are not better.
Well, they will be better, because as I said, though, Return of the King doesn't even tell a complete story, so it's...
So then, yes, it's what Greg just said. So, Greg, go for yours.
Well, the thing about it is, I don't know if I could justify picking a Lord of the Rings movie as number 3. Maybe number 2.
Yeah, you can snipe that 2 from him.
But I don't know if I can go right on it. But I might just switch anyway to get into it. I guess... I don't think... The thing about these volcano movies is I assume you guys just haven't seen them anyways. But I guess I'll just go with... maybe the best, like, volcano movie that's just all about a volcano.
Is it called Volcano?
No, you would think that it would be called Volcano. And I do like that movie as well. But I'm going to go with one that I maybe is a little bit better. Dante's Peak.
I literally, when I said, is it called Volcano, I was actually about to say, is it called Dante's Peak?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. But for some reason, that's what popped in my head. So.
Oh yeah, it's maybe the best movie that's just about sort of geology or whatever.
And this is your third pick.
Yeah.
Third best. Okay.
But it's like who's the James Bond?
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, he's like a geologist. He studies volcanoes. And I think his wife tragically was killed in a volcano incident.
Damn.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Rest in power, Queen.
But he's essentially, he has like a little team, and he's investigating. There's like this town by this mountain, and there's like doing some geology, trying to see like what's going on with the volcano, like. Is it going to erupt anytime soon? Like, was it stable? You know, that sort of thing. And as far as I know, it's like the most accurate sort of volcano and like sciencey movie, and that they do like real sciencey stuff for the most part. And then they kind of, he kind of does this thing where it's like, oh, I think it's gonna go anytime or whatever, and then like he has to convince people that are. It's almost like Jaws in that way, where like the town is like, I don't know, or whatever. But Actually, I don't know how much it's like Jaws, but maybe a little bit.
Where they try to warn people and they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does, in my remembering, it does like start to happen pretty soon, quick. Where like, and then like the second half of the movie maybe is just like the volcano is erupting, and you know, people are just it's just a disaster movie. There's a lot of cool like '90s effects. It's one of the better '90s disaster movies, I'd say. And he has to, they have to go back up to the top of the mountain before they go down the mountain because they've got a family up there and they have to deal with all these sort of volcano-esque happenstance, like, oh, this lake is really acidic and there's lava on the road and we have to drive through a river and we have to like do this and that, and there's a lot of they use the volcano really well. There's a lot of good volcano set pieces. And yeah, it's the most volcano movie that there is, probably. And one thing.
Speaking of that, Jeff, you always point this out. What are we watching tonight?
Cum shots.
No, actually, you always like to point out what we're watching.
Oh yeah, on the big screen we have just volcano imagery on mute.
It does look like a bunch of cum shots, though.
It does. The way that God intended. It's like cum shots from the earth.
Yes.
It's hot. It's salty.
Yeah. I like how you know that it's salty.
Well, it has to be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, have you never had a volcano erupt all over your face?
Well, not in this way.
Ah.
So, yeah, Greg, if...
Yeah, I will say that I saw it when I was a kid, and it definitely scared me.
A volcano cum shot?
Oh, Dante's Peak, yeah.
Oh!
Well, there's this part in the movie, early on in the movie, I think it's like the very beginning, where like, some people go to like, because there's like hot springs and stuff around, because it's like volcanically active, and some people go into a random hot spring, but then like, because it's, getting ready to erupt, presumably they get like boiled alive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it
And,
sucks to suck.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's something that I thought was spooky as a kid, I guess.
Have you guys ever been boiled alive?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's not exactly a horror movie. But...
I mean, so I've never seen it. Jeff's never seen it. All right, let's.
How do you know I've never seen it?
But you haven't.
I haven't seen it, but
okay.
I didn't say that.
I think you said that before, but. All right.
I mean, I do say that every time we hang out. Rick's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "I've never seen Dante's Peak. How are you doing?"
Well, everybody else has abandoned Joe, and I will stick with Joe. And the most Joe movie of all time.
Oh.
Joe Dirt.
I thought that was going to be your pick last time.
Yeah,
actually.
I thought that was going to be the starting point.
Yeah, by the way you set it up.
I'm so happy that I got Joe's Apartment and then Joe Dirt, because Joe Dirt is a much better movie than Joe's Apartment.
Okay.
And I wanted to call out both of those.
Yeah, you're doing well so far. So I haven't seen either of those movies, so I couldn't have picked them even if I wanted to.
I have seen Joe Dirt, but...
I love Joe Dirt. I watched it. So I watched Joe's Apartment probably like 5 times as a kid. I probably watched Joe Dirt like 15 times. I just kept on watching it. Like,
yeah, I watched Joe Dirt a bunch too.
It's one of those that like I go to a Blockbuster and I'm like, can I rent this again? Like, you've seen that movie. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna rent it again.
I love that for you.
It's so funny and so just like stupid as hell. Which just turns out like kind of the point of Joe movies.
Yeah.
Is that they're just stupid.
They tend to be.
Yeah, I we have a friend, Joe, and I was actually texting him about this, and he's like, I don't know if I appreciate that, but, and he's the opposite of these Joes.
How so?
He's a financial advisor.
Oh, that's what he does?
Yeah.
Is he good at it?
Yeah.
Oh, must be.
But Joe Dirt, I don't even know how to put into words how much. Just like it may or may not have like helped create who I am.
I would say so based on your shaggy hair and your trucker hat.
God, I forgot that I have shaggy hair and a trucker hat right now.
Yeah, you don't have the like Joe Dirt beard really though, or Joe Dirt facial hair. It's
Yeah,
not,
wait, you want to fight?
It's not far off.
I mean, you
But,
do have a beard.
Yeah.
I don't fight as much as he does, but I would lose every fight as much as Joe Dirt does.
Oh, I want to see this movie now.
So
I do think I don't fully understand what makes a Jeff movie, but if any movie is a Jeff movie, it has to be Joe Dirt, right?
ooh, okay. So Joe Dirt is this. It's the story of this kid who was abandoned, and he didn't know where he came from, but he had a mullet, like
yours,
surgically like put into his head.
What?
Like when he was a kid, like he was he was grafted with a mullet.
That's
when he was,
everyone's
like,
dream. So he never needs
4
to get a
years old.
haircut because he just has like a permanent mullet.
Yeah.
Are you
He's-
talking about Joe Dirt?
Yeah, I know, Joe Dirt. I don't know what that means.
Oh, maybe you're not as familiar with this movie as I am. I'm a real connoisseur of Joe Dirt.
No,
I gotta see this now.
oh no, he was there, and his they left him when he was like 11 years old.
So I feel like
But
we have to mention for people who don't know this movie, it's David Spade.
it's David Spade, yes.
Yeah.
And it's one of his like best character performances of all time. Yeah.
I mean, that's a very low bar.
Yes.
Sounds like
Very
it.
low bar. Yes. It's just so trailer trash all throughout, and there's so many amazing scenes in it. By amazing, I mean terrible but funny as hell. Another one that I just grew up with and I thought was really funny. And Jamie Presley in it, who went on to be part of My Name is Earl.
Oh yeah.
She went from being a trailer trash girl to being a trailer trash girl.
Also, yeah, there's some other people in it.
Dennis Miller, Christopher Walken.
Yeah, Christopher
Walken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid Rock is in it. That's perfect.
Yeah, Christopher Walken is in Witness Protection.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like he's just on a journey. It was kind of like a series of like vignettes, basically.
It's just, again, yeah. I love movies that are a series of vignettes where someone's on a journey. Yeah.
And it's like an incredibly stupid movie.
It's an incredibly stupid movie.
But like when I was like, whenever this movie came out, whenever I saw it for the first time, and I was probably like 9.
2001.
Yeah, so maybe 8 or 9. I guess I don't know if I saw it like right when it came out. I don't think I saw it in theaters or anything. So I may have seen it like a year afterwards. So, but either way, like when I was a kid, this was like the most hilarious thing in the world. Like this and like Austin Powers or whatever. Just kind of in that. Although Austin Powers is probably better, but
And Christopher Walken, I stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Oh yeah. That's not what I heard. That's not a reference to that, but just a different.
But then he's like,
memorable
"Oh
line.
no, I'm just a regular
line.
guy, and I just sweep floors. I'm just a regular. I'm not this guy from New York. But if you ever say that I'm from New York, then I'll cut your face off."
With a soldering iron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then he ties himself to what he thinks is a atomic bomb, and it actually turns out to be a septic tank.
Yeah,
And he gets covered in the poopy.
Yeah, there's a lot of poop humor, poop jokes.
Oh, I would probably not like this movie. I generally do not like scatological humor.
Oh, no, that's like two really quick things.
Yeah, there's 2 big poop bits.
That would be enough for me to not like it, I think.
I generally don't like poop bits, but this is funny because it's just stupid.
I remember the first time I saw Hot Tub Time Machine, that was enough to make me not like that movie. Like the poop bit at the beginning, or near the beginning.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that happens. It's only like 5 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, but that's how much I dislike scatological humor. It's like when there's like poop humor, it's like I'm out for the
You
feel like-
obviously
I feel
like
like
it
this
because you know the term scatological.
I feel this is a crazy take, given that most of the humor that you like is just sort of like...
Dog shit.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that. That is funny.
That is funny.
Come
But
on,
no, I
Mouse.
just mean that
That's
like
very good.
if you like generally you seem to respond like almost exclusively to shock humor, and I feel like a poop joke is kind of right in that vein. It's weird to be like, well, a pedophile joke, that's just good fun, but a poop joke, that's too far.
Oh no, like I'm okay with poop jokes. I don't like the visual of like seeing poop, and like especially if people get like poop on their face or in their mouth. Like I just find that very off-putting.
Well,
I
he
mean,
does get poop in his mouth.
I also
does
agree with
happen.
that. That
Yeah,
is my
alright,
least
I
favorite part of it.
I would hate that.
I also hate that, and that's part of the reason. Like those parts I don't like, but we need
It
to.
is one
we
of
need
those
to
movies
move
that
on
I
to
rewatched as like an adult. I was like, yeah, this is more of a like 12-year-old esque movie. To more of an extent than like Idiocracy is. Or
the last thing I want to say is like, oh, Dennis Miller, and the whole thing. Dennis Miller is Dennis Miller in it, and it shows how shitty he is. Poop.
How shitty Dennis Miller is?
Yeah.
Like the real person?
Yeah. How he just is like going after it just for like shock humor.
Okay.
And it's right there because he's playing himself, and you're like looking back on it, you're like, yeah, all right, he wasn't the best guy ever.
Oh, I guess I don't know much about Dennis Miller. Has he gotten canceled?
Oh, I don't think
for
he's
being,
gotten
like, a bad
canceled.
guy, or-
It's just looking back, you're just like, yeah, he kind of was. Yeah.
But I really liked the sort of framing device or whatever of the radio show when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
And like the idea that him telling a story on the radio and like the public gets like invested in his story, it becomes like a little like gets like 5 minutes of fame and all that.
It's kind of
That's
like
very,
Forrest
like,
Gump
cool.
for like
Yeah.
a trailer park, like trailer park.
Yeah, Trailer
Forrest Gump.
Park, Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of Finding
Actually,
Nemo.
yeah, I didn't think about that
too.
before. That actually could, and also Finding Nemo, yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually been described as a trailer park Forrest Gump by my parents because they found me in a trailer park. You see.
All right, go down to your next pick.
My next pick, I'm going to stick with Volcano movies. And my number 2 pick is Star Trek Into Darkness.
I guess I don't remember the volcano, but I assume there is one, right? If
Yeah,
you're
it
picking
was at the beginning, the Enterprise...
Oh yeah, the very beginning.
Like, Spock goes down into a volcano. He has to, like, try to stop it from erupting, because if it erupted, it would wipe out this, like, whole civilization that are... I think they're basically, like, in the Stone Age or something. And the Enterprise, or Starfleet, I guess, is not supposed to interfere with developing...
Primary
disobey
directive.
the Prime
Yeah.
Directive.
Yeah,
the Prime Directive. not
Prime Directive, yes.
Yeah, and anyway, the whole like impetus for the story is that the crew, I guess Kirk primarily, gets chewed out because these people do see the Enterprise as it is like emerging from under the water and leaving, and it shows them like drawing it in the dirt with their sticks, and who knows how that's going to affect the development of those people. But yeah, it like very prominently kicks off the movie with some volcano action.
Nice. All right, so we qualify it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yay!
I do feel like this movie is much, much worse than
But
Return of the
we're
King.
not to that part yet. First, talk about the movie and why
So
you like it.
the movie is the way I see it, the movie is what I just described, even though that's maybe only the first 10 or 15 minutes. And then the rest of the runtime is just a victory lap because they have successfully executed a wonderful volcano story. And what happens during the victory lap, which is neither here nor there, is a story involving this like super intelligent, super strong alien named Khan, played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Wait, I feel like I've heard that name before. Khan?
I may be pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah. Wait, how do you say the name?
Well, the way that I've mostly heard it pronounced, I guess, is Khan.
Oh, that
Oh,
guy.
that
Ah,
guy.
okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. My mistake. I'm not gonna say it that way every time, though.
That was fine.
That was fun though to get to do. That actually felt very therapeutic. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I just exorcised some demons.
Yeah.
But yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, I think is very good in this movie. He's like very savage, very evil. It's kind of a good complete. I say complete because Lord of the Rings: Return of the King does not tell a complete story, whereas this movie does. You could just sit down and watch this movie, even if you've never seen a Star Trek movie. Whereas you could not sit down and watch Return of the King if you've never seen a Lord of the Rings movie.
I would argue that even if you're going into both cold,
You don't know.
I feel like the Star Trek movie would not make a whole lot of sense, and two, Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King would still be way better.
I don't know. I think that I like science fiction better than I like fantasy.
I mean, I also do, but I still think that. Well, also, I just think that that's the worst of like the Star Trek reboot movies. Like, I think 1 and 3 are much.
Oh,
better
you thought
than
Star
2.
Trek Beyond was better? Because I think Star Trek
Yeah.
Into Darkness is the best of the three.
Oh, I think it's the worst by far.
Interesting. Why do you think that?
Well, I just think it's like too bogged down in like the references to really have fun with the material.
Is that the one where the time travel Spock?
No, that's
is
the
with Spock?
first one. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
The second.
Oh
one,
no, I think that's this one.
Is it? No,
Yeah, because he
No, I
tells
think it's
them.
the first
No,
one.
he tells them how they defeated Khan. Ambassador Spock, I think, is in all three.
Whatever
of them.
one the time traveling Spock was in, I didn't like that one.
You think the first one has like time travel in it?
Oh yeah, it might be the first
But
one.
my ranking is like 3, then 1, then 2 is like at the bottom. Or
So
whatever.
I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I think time travel Spock is in the first one, but now because
And he's still also in the second one. or
yeah,
whatever.
he's also here. And one of the things that I loved, I thought was so funny, is that in this movie they ask time traveling Spock how they defeated Khan in the other movie, like the original Star Trek movie with Khan, which was maybe like in the 80s. So it's hilarious to me that the new Khan movie gets advice literally from the old Khan movie about like how to defeat the villain, and I think that's hilarious. So yeah, So actually, Greg, it makes sense because I think Into Darkness is, I mean, it's right in the name. I think it's the darkest of the three like newer Star Trek movies.
I mean,
But that's what I
probably
like
true.
about it.
I guess it's not whether it's dark or not. I just remember thinking that the movie was bad. I don't. It's been a while since I've seen it. To be fair,
Okay.
maybe I'd rewatch it and be like, it's not as bad as I remember.
Well, thankfully, it doesn't matter what you think about my pick. Thankfully.
Well, it does.
Well,
I think.
I mean, not really.
Well, regardless, now it's Greg's pick.
Yeah, because I think Star Trek Into Darkness is a banger and a standalone movie, which makes it better than Return of the King.
Likes it better.
Yeah.
And you can take into that however you want.
What I take is that you lose this round.
No, it's so good. If anyone hasn't seen Star Trek Into Darkness, I recommend that you watch it. Go into it cold and just
And
enjoy
not
it.
watch previous Star Trek?
Yeah, don't watch it. Ideally, you've never seen any movie before. This will be the first movie. I assume you've listened to every episode, but you're still on the fence about whether or not you want to watch your first movie. And I think that Star Trek Into Darkness is an excellent pick for your first ever movie. Pop that cherry with Spock in a volcano. That's all I have to say about that.
All right, Greg.
All right. I mean, maybe it's not the most imaginative pick. I don't know. I I guess I'm undecided about how much I care about having the best possible list at this moment.
The whole point. All right, just go for it though.
You know what? I'm just gonna pick a movie that I think is fun and maybe not worry about as much. I'm gonna go with Godzilla King of the Monsters.
As a Joe movie.
As a Volcano movie.
Oh, is the volcano named Joe?
No.
Oh, I guess. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Alright, talk about Godzilla.
I don't know, I think the best of, like, the new Godzilla movie sort of franchise. And, you know, it has, Godzilla, it has, Ghidorah.
Who?
Ghidorah.
I don't know who that is.
King Ghidorah.
Who?
It has, Godzilla, Ghidorah, Mothra.
Are you thinking of
Rodan.
Gamora, the green girl from Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Ghidorah is the one that has 3 heads.
Are you thinking of Dora the Explorer?
No.
What?
And there's also Rodan. So this is the one that kind of brings together all the classic Godzilla monsters: Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah.
I guess I don't know anything about the Godzilla universe.
Well, it's an eclectic universe.
I guess I've never seen... No, wait. I think I've seen one Godzilla movie. It was maybe in 1999 or possibly 1998. It was the one where I think Puff Daddy ripped off a Led Zeppelin song. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? I think it was just called Godzilla.
Okay.
In the late 90s.
Yeah, the 1998 Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that Godzilla movie is okay. I think it's kind of fun because, you know, I like 90s sci-fi movies, but it's not technically very good.
Okay.
But, like, you know, it's kind of ripping off Jurassic Park and whatnot in parts. But that's neither here nor there. What I will say is that Godzilla King of the Monsters, it does the scale really well. It does the monster battles really well. You know, every time a monster... Like, I feel like the new trilogy in general does a good job of, like, building up the ambience. I mean, it kind of fades off a little bit with, like, the following ones. But I feel like this is the peak. Like, in the first one, like, the scale feels really good. The first Godzilla movie from, like, 2014, the scale feels great. The, like, vibes feel great. But there's not as much cool Godzilla stuff. Whereas this one has, like, a lot of cool Godzilla stuff and other monsters that are also notable. And it also keeps the sort of tone of the first one pretty good. And then, like, later with, like, the other ones, like Godzilla vs. Kong or whatever, I feel like it gets a little too silly. Although I do like the silliness, but I feel like I like when the silliness is, like, genuine in a way, where if they're, like, leaning into the silliness, I don't like it as much, you know?
Yeah, like, the silliest one is probably Godzilla's Apartment, where it's about Godzilla and the animated cockroaches.
Yeah.
Like, that one kind of jumped the shark, silliness-wise.
Yeah, but this is probably possibly the best one of the franchise.
Uh,
I also like the
as I've
standalone
said-
Kong movie is pretty good, but this one is probably my favorite of the...
The
As I've
standalone
said-
Khan movie, which I just picked, Star Trek Into Darkness.
I don't watch Godzilla movies. I don't watch kaiju movies. I haven't seen this, so...
Talk, Greg, because neither of us has seen it, at least mention how there's a volcano involved.
Yeah, so it's not the most Volcano movie, but at one point, like, I believe Rodan, or is it King Ghidorah, or one of them, like, lands on top of a volcano and sort of flies through while it's erupting or whatever.
Perfect.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
When I looked up volcano movies, it showed up. So
Okay,
that's all I need.
that's fair.
All right, now on to my pick.
Woo!
I know that you guys are not even close to this, and I have all the volcano movies left, but I don't care. I'm going to get this movie while I can. I'm picking for my first Joe movie, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, that's not the one I thought you'd pick. Interesting.
So, who in
With
that...
Immortan Joe.
Oh, who is that?
He's the main antagonist.
Who's he played by?
I don't know.
Yeah,
His
don't
face is
know.
covered the whole time.
And he's basically
Oh.
only in this and like the first Mad Max movie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm very curious as to what Joe movie you would
Well, I
pick.
just know one of your all-time favorite movies has like a Joe character in it, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm curious as to hear this because looking up Joe movies is like an interesting thing because I definitely could have missed some important ones for Joe or Volcano,
Yeah.
but I hit all three that I wanted to hit. Like literally when this popped up, when you guys were talking about it, I was like, well, Joe's apartment, Joe Dirt, obviously, and Immortan Joe. That just makes sense. That's like the three. And then I had to look up other ones, and I was like, that doesn't really fit. So I'm just going with the three that pop in my head.
I mean, that's satisfying.
No, that's
Yeah.
a good pick. That's definitely a great movie, good pick. I just apparently the other movie I'm thinking of is a Joe-like name, so maybe it doesn't quite count.
It's Joel, isn't it?
It's
Joel Barish.
Yeah.
There's
Joel.
a reason I asked.
What movie? What movie is
Eternal
that?
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, okay.
His name is Joel.
Yeah.
Joel Barish.
I also looked.
I put that in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So also, I was looking up movies today, trying to find Joel movies, and
You mean Joe?
Joe movies.
yeah, trying to find. That's right. Wait, you mean it's not Joel versus the volcano? Yeah. So I woke up this morning thinking about the Tom Cruise movie Risky Business. Like I dreamed about it, and in the dream I couldn't remember the name of the movie. And then when I woke up, I also couldn't remember the name of the movie. And eventually I thought of it. And anyway, in that movie, he also is named Joel. And I'm like, so close.
All right, so can we go back to my actual pick now
Of course.
of Mad Max Fury Road?
Yes, we can.
So Mad Max Fury Road, we've talked about it multiple times on this pod, but I had to bring it up again. It's George Miller's follow-up in his Mad Max saga many years after the Beyond Thunderdome. I forgot even what the year that one was. But
80s, I want to say.
yeah, 80s, yeah. 70s.
No, the original Mad Max was in the 70s. The
Yeah, but
sequels were in the
Beyond
80s.
Thunderdome was 80s.
Oh yeah, Beyond
Yeah.
Thunderdome was
Yeah, I think Road Warrior
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Thunderdome were both 80s.
And it's just such a compelling movie because every character just gets enough screen time where you're like, all right, you get who they are, move on. You get who they are, move on. And then they get that shit out of the way immediately, and then it's just action, 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 action. The whole movie, and shot in such a beautiful way, and for the Joe-ness of it all, Immortan Joe, an extremely simple antagonist, an extremely simple villain, but like, he controls the water, he controls everything, and you're like, yep,
Yeah.
that guy's evil, got it. But you also kind of feel like you kind of sense who this character is, and I love it. Like it's just I love this movie. It's an amazing movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
We've
this
talked about
has
it so
come
many
up a
times.
couple times.
Yeah.
It turns out that this movie is kind of unique in that, like, it kind of seems to fit in a lot of categories, just maybe because because one of the characters is named Joe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, great movie. It almost needs no explanation at this point.
It's
One of those movies where every part of it is just great, and that's
you know
why
what
it's
the
great.
best word that I can say for this movie? It's visceral.
Yes.
It's very visceral.
I knew that sooner or later that word would make its debut on the podcast.
Its
Yeah.
debut. This is its debut.
Yeah,
I actually was. I mean that's why I tried to run up the Joe because I wanted this as my first. I mean,
Okay.
also not even that much. Like this is actually my it's perfect. Oh, all right.
I do feel that your list is funny because it starts. I agree with the order, but it starts with a movie that's not very good, movie that's like not very good but charming in some ways, and then a movie. Well, I guess maybe that's unfair to the first movie, but I don't know.
No,
I've never seen
that's
Joe
fair.
versus this apartment.
Joe versus the apartment.
I have 2 other Joe movies.
Okay, so you had fewer Joe movies than I had then.
Yes.
Okay,
Joe I was constrained with.
Yeah, I was also had less Joe movies.
I forgot that you're like, oh my god, was the movie I just asked about was Joel. I'm like,
okay. I think I googled it and somewhere it said that his name was Joe.
Yes, it did say it. Yeah.
But
no, his name is Joel Barish, and her name is Clementine Krasinski.
I will say that I feel like it would count if they refer to him as Joe at some point, but they don't. Or you, as far as you remember.
His name is not Joe. I can fucking promise you that.
All right, well that's fair then.
That is the movie versus podcast promise.
Yeah.
There we go. All right,
yeah,
Jeff.
only accurate information here.
I'm gonna close out my Volcano movies. My number 1 pick is it's the perfect Volcano movie, really. It's called The Lost City.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of this. I haven't seen it though.
Jeff, you're supposed to pick your
or
third favorite, your second favorite, and then your first favorite, not the opposite.
I just said this is the perfect Volcano movie. I'm guessing you haven't seen it.
No, I have not seen it.
I have not. I don't know if I've heard of this movie. I think I'm thinking of a different Lost City movie.
Maybe.
No, it is the movie I thought about.
So
the boring looking. Okay, go on.
Oh, sorry. So you haven't seen it yet? You have a strong opinion based in pure ignorance.
Oh, is this? I have seen this movie. I forgot it existed, even though it only came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's so counterintuitively good. It's easy to see it and forget it exists because it's like, oh, I must have dreamed that because it was so perfect, and then you just kind of. You just live out your days. So
yeah, I forgot to even rate this movie, even though I definitely saw it.
Because there aren't enough stars. There aren't enough stars in the sky, let alone on Letterboxd.
That's funny. That's good.
Thanks. So, conceptually, when people talk about what makes a great movie, they generally say, well, a comedy. And then they say, well, Channing Tatum, Sandra Bullock, you're going to want a bad guy played by Harry Potter, and you're going to want, just like a high, what's the term? High impact cameo by Brad Pitt. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we are.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I love it. So you're gonna
all that was bleeped.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of bleeping out to do, which
I would just leave it in and double it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Just give it like an echo effect. So, all of those things that conceptually everybody wants in a movie but have never been together in a movie before, guess what? With The Lost City, they finally were all put together like ingredients in a perfect meal.
Sure.
It's like, oh, you got all your basic food groups. You got your Channing Tatum with long hair. You've got your Sandra Bullock playing the author of trashy romance novels. You've got Daniel Radcliffe as like this wealthy, evil treasure hunter.
How does her being an author factor in? That's the one thing I can't remember.
She gets kidnapped by the wealthy evil treasure hunter because she has such an academic background in, I'm trying to remember now, maybe in this particular island or whatever her academic background is that leads into her writing of the romance novels. He kidnaps her to read maps or something that are now in his possession. And then the Channing Tatum character who plays the cover model on all of her romance novels. He gets the Brad Pitt, who's basically like a Navy SEAL or something, to somehow track down where they kidnapped her to, and like the Channing Tatum, the
Yeah, it's
hunky
funny that
male
Brad
model,
Pitt.
like he wants to save her from the kidnapper.
Sure. Yeah,
And
it did.
anyway, antics ensue. The whole thing is based on trying to find this treasure before the volcano erupts on this island. So the whole movie is like very much volcano based.
How much have you did you watch it just one time, or did you?
2 or 3 times.
Okay, because I watched it in theaters. I'm remembering, but that's it.
Yeah, a theater would not do this justice. It's a movie that you want to see on the smallest screen possible.
I will say that I did find it somewhat disappointing. I feel like the sort of adventure of it was pretty mediocre, and the jokes did mostly missed.
Wonderful. Okay, so Jeff, you have to say why it's better than Star Trek Into Darkness, which is already, we assume, is better than Return of the King.
Yep, yeah, everyone agreed on that. So, the reason The Lost City is better than Star Trek Into Darkness is because Star Trek Into Darkness, whilst being very good, it is kind of a darker, more earnest film, whereas The Lost City is just fun. It's like, oh, who's that? It's Channing Tatum. Oh, who's that? It's Brad Pitt. It's like there's a love story. There's, there's Harry Potter being a dick.
Yeah.
And it kind of has everything that you want. Channing Tatum at one point is wearing a long wig, and it gets like caught in Sandra Bullock's like outfit or something, and it's just there. I think there's even, there's all the jokes land. That's something.
Nice.
Greg must have like misheard. Like, apparently something got lost in translation when Greg saw it, because it's a perfect movie, and it's I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Well, no, I don't want to. I don't want to exaggerate, but I will say it's by far the best movie ever made.
Nice. All right. I realized that I didn't explicitly say mine last time, but I literally just said, like, this is better than this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I feel like yours almost needed no explanation because Fury Road is just clearly better than Joe Dirt.
And I just said this is the order I want them in, so, yep.
Yeah.
All right, Greg.
All right. So, Joe, I mean, not Joe, Jeff's previous pick is not the best movie, so if you're going to watch a movie, instead watch this movie that I'm about to pick.
Oh, it's going to be a stinker.
In the Joe category.
Oh, Joe.
I'm moving back and forth.
So is this your number 2 Joe pick?
Yeah, number 2 Joe pick. Above Idiocracy, I'm going Twister.
Ah, yes.
Twister's mid. I've seen it, but honestly,
oh my god, you can't respond to it yet.
I forget that movie even exists.
I don't know that that's true.
Let Greg respond.
Well, the funny thing is, my reaction about the Lost City movie was literal. I wasn't faking that I forgot it. I literally forgot. I had to look it up and be like, "Oh yeah, I watched this movie. That's what it's about."
Yeah, but also I have watched Twister, and I don't remember anything about it. Well, no, I'm doing what he always does, which is to insult my movie before I even get to talk about it. I'm giving him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, but I feel like you're doing a poor job because I have
well, no, what you said about my movie is literally true of my experience. I thought Twisters was pretty good, but the original Twister did absolutely nothing for me. It's in one ear and out the other.
Very much.
Wait, so Greg, how's Twister a Joe movie?
Well, the main character played by Helen Hunt is named Joe.
Oh, it's spelled J-O, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not a Joe movie.
It's definitely a Joe movie.
I feel like the spelling doesn't matter, but if you're want to be a stickler on the spelling.
No, I didn't. I wanted you to. I was giving you space for that.
Oh, well, sure. Well, I guess you wouldn't even know how it's spelled unless you looked at the IMDb page or whatever.
All right, why do you like Twister?
Well, it's one of these. Like Dante's Peak, there's a lot of '90s disaster movies. This movie is just clean. It has a lot of fun.
Clean is a good way to put it.
It's clean. It's to the point. All the characters are fun and doing exactly what they want. they should do to like set up the story and the plot. It's not. It's just about these. You like the characters you're supposed to like. You like right away. The characters you're not supposed to like. You dislike right away. And you know they are doing the like have a bunch of action set pieces around twisters, and at the same time they have like fun character development will they won't they shit going on, and it has a great cast: Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, fantastic cast.
So with the will they won't they, are there like romantic stories in there?
Yeah, so
Yes.
the main two characters are
Helen Hunt
in the
and Bill
process.
Paxton?
Yeah, Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton are in the process of getting a divorce,
Okay.
and they're separated. And
Okay.
Bill Paxton's character has like a new, I believe, fiance, or they might just be dating. I'm not sure. And it becomes clear over the course of the movie that Bill Paxton and Joe, Helen Hunt's character, are just so invested in their work and they just love Twister so much, and they love studying, tornadoes so much that like they like almost can't be separated, and when like he should be following his passion, they should be doing this or whatever, and it's also clear that like his I don't whoever he's dating or whatever, Jamie Gertz,
Yeah, whoever that
his
bitch is.
yeah, well, I like the way the movie does it, in that it's not like
It's done so well.
she never does anything that makes you dislike her,
Yeah.
but it's just clear that like this isn't what she is in for, and she is sort of like at one point she's just like I think you're doing what you are passionate about, and that's fine, but I'm just gonna go back to the city or whatever.
I love that so much about that movie. It doesn't put anybody in the wrong. And like so many movies of the 90s of this, it's like, wow, she just didn't appreciate your passion. It's like, no, she was so supportive to you, and it just, you weren't there, and you're not right there with their passion.
Yeah, and I will say,
I love that part of it.
I watched this movie in between. So I was trying to watch the movie Meet Joe Black, and I was kept pausing it because of how slow and boring it was. But then I in the middle I put on Twister and was so relieved at just how breezy the whole movie just flowed through. There's so much
Breezy
quippy.
as in wind.
Yeah, it's a very windy movie, but there's so much quick, snappy dialogue. All the characters are fun. All the action set pieces are fun. That the whole movie is just a joy to watch. And then I watched the end of Meet Joe Black, and I was like, all right, finally got through it.
You might not want to talk about the movie too much, because somebody else might talk about this movie in the show category.
Well, it is funny. That's just a true story of how. Well, the last time I watched Twister,
But it was
not the first.
Joe.
I've seen it a number of times. But
All
anyway,
right.
Twister is great.
All right.
That's my second pick of Joe movies.
I mean,
Why?
I said what I want to see.
Well, I was gonna.
Why is Twister better than Idiocracy?
Oh, well, I just think Idiocracy has high highs, but also has low lows. I think Twister is just across the board, just a solid movie.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's kind of my
Any last thoughts?
Well, a solid movie that I've seen and do not remember at all. I was gonna ask though about the romance. And it sounds like maybe the answer is no, which seems like a missed opportunity. I was going to ask if it has any whirlwind romance.
What do you mean by whirlwind?
Oh.
Because of wordplay
Uh-huh.
is what I'm getting at. But
is
it's
that a common
wonderful.
term for a type of romance?
Yeah. You've never heard the expression of whirlwind
All right.
romance?
No, I don't
So
think I have.
Really?
I'm picking my. You guys can keep talking about this dumb shit.
We will for hours.
My first pick for Volcano.
You mean your third pick?
My third.
You mean your third pick?
My first pick as my third favorite movie.
Right.
You guys are almost done.
Movie, you mean film.
Oh, this is not a film.
Uh-oh.
I'm picking Spy Kids 2,
Ooh.
The Island of Lost Dreams.
That's totally a film. They play that at all the art houses.
They do play it at all the art houses.
Do you have the Spy Kids 2 quote on hand?
No.
If what is it? If God could see what He created, or something. Oh, you look it up real quick.
Do you think God stays in heaven because He too lives in fear of what He's created here on Earth?
What has He created? Just a bunch of spy kids?
No. So in Spy Kids 2, I like mostly remember this movie. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I saw it like
Since
once.
you were a spy kid.
But it's Steve Buscemi who
Nice.
has like a... So, Spy Kids of the Spy Kids franchise, directed by Robert Rodriguez, of course.
The legendary Robert Rodriguez.
The famous kid movie director.
He makes a lot of kids movies.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
The
great kids movie.
Faculty.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the Spy Kids go to this island where they see this mad scientist who creates all these little creatures, and he basically makes Jurassic Park, but like foot tall versions of like the dinosaurs, but they're not
Really?
dinosaurs. They're like weird creations
Huh.
that like blend multiple animals together.
Oh.
To be honest, I don't remember the movie that well. I just remember I fucking loved it.
Huh.
And also that quote that is like a quote that everyone knows of all time now.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a campy movie. Is it campy?
I mean, yeah,
It's called
very
Spy
campy, yes.
Kids.
Yeah, it's
It's
a kids
for
movie.
kids.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I loved the first Spy Kids movie.
Floop is a man, help us save us. Floop is a man.
Help us, save us. Yeah, the thumbs and all that.
Yeah.
I also like the second one, but for some reason, I don't know why, like maybe I just didn't have the DVD or something. I just didn't watch the second one very much.
Oh.
I think I've seen it like maybe once or twice as a kid. But the first one I watched like a ton of times. I watched the first one like who knows how many times when I was a kid. It's like one of my favorite movies, like Joe Dirt or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, this is the same thing. Like I mean, yeah, exactly the same. I watched Spy Kids 1 a ton of times. Oh, right. Okay, this is like a big deal. Ask me off mic why Spy Kids 2 is a big deal for me. But it...
Oh, it's gonna be something sexual.
No, it's going to be something very sad.
Oh, okay.
It's about my childhood, so...
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I watched it a ton.
Yeah.
I liked it, and it's also like a weird ass fucking cool movie
Yeah.
with Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, remember that there's a part where they're like falling into the volcano or something,
Yep.
and then they realize that they're kind of being blown up, and because they've been flying for like an hour or so.
Yeah, and they're just like, okay, now we're kind of getting bored by this.
And they realize they're in some sort of like wind tunnel, and they're not actually falling, which is a fun thing, which I don't think I've seen in
Oh crap!
it was a fun little bit, I guess.
I had such a crush on
the main character.
Yeah.
Steve
And
Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi.
Alex Penavega, and I just looked it up, and she's also in Twister,
Oh.
apparently.
Oh really? Wait, like the kid?
Yeah, the main character woman, Alex Vega.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wait, when is there a kid in Twister?
I don't know, but it.
Oh,
Sure.
the kid actually played the tornado.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, but that's mine. Spy Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams.
Ooh, that's kind of a nice long one to get in there.
Ah, it is a nice one. All right, Jeff.
Island of Lost Dreams. That's actually kind of a poetic title.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, speaking of Lost Dreams, I'm going to kick off my Joe category with, in my opinion, the most Joe movie ever. The movie Joe, starring Nicolas Cage. So apparently there are lots of movies that are just called Joe, so I guess we're gonna need the year on this one. I don't know it offhand, but just like for the graphic, we need the year. It might be 2013, I want to say.
It is 2013. Good call.
Oh,
this one where he looks like a badass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
So I love Nicolas Cage movies. And it turns out that he has at least 3 movies where he plays a character named Joe.
Oh, that's nice.
But the
I
other,
did see that.
one of the other ones was like a very bad movie. I believe it's called Between Worlds. And then the other one is Bangkok Dangerous, which I've never seen.
I
I've
have
heard
seen
of
that.
one. Yeah.
I've seen that, and I loved it at the time because I was extremely drunk,
Okay.
and it was lots of colors and fun.
Okay. Might be fun on mushrooms.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'll have to check out Bangkok Dangerous at some point. But yeah, the movie Joe, I've always thought it's funny that it's just called Joe. It's like how...
It's a nice title.
Yeah, it's like... I mean, I guess.
Yeah, there's a surprising number of movies that have Joe in the title.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too. Like most...
Like Joe Dirt in Joe's Apartment.
Yeah.
And Joe versus the Volcano.
Yeah. And others perhaps. Stay tuned. So this movie, I've only seen it once. It's probably better than most Nicolas Cage movies at this point.
Yeah.
Because there's kind of a joke that Nicolas Cage doesn't know that you're allowed to say no to a script.
Yeah, yeah.
I forget what the exact number is, like, but there are like a lot of years recently where I think Nicolas Cage has been banging out like 8 movies a year,
Yeah.
which is just crazy.
But what about this movie though?
Well, yeah, the point being that a lot of them are not very good. But this movie, it's like, oh, okay, that like this is actually kind of like a serious movie with some chops about a guy who I'm trying to remember. I've only seen it once. It involves, I think he's like taking care of a kid that maybe is not his own kid, but I think he's trying to be like a good guardian, maybe to like a teenage boy. Full disclosure, dear viewers, I'm actually gonna look this up now as I'm talking
A
about it.
15-year-old grifter named Gary
Yeah.
asks Joe Ransom, an even-tempered, tattooed, chain-smoking boss of a Texan tree-poisoning crew, for a job, and impresses him with his industriousness.
Yeah, and if you don't know what industrious means, it means hard-working. So he impresses a boy with his hard-workingness, something that I aspire to one day do. Because I'm not yet hard-working, but I do like to impress 15-year-old boys.
Wonderful.
The 15-year-old boy was played by a young...
Ty Sheridan.
Yeah, Ty Sheridan, who... I get Ty Sheridan confused with that, like, Barry Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
I thought that was him.
Yeah, I did too. Man, they have similar faces.
Yep.
I think this is actually the first moment where I've realized that those are 2 different people. No, that's not true. Because Ty Sheridan is in the X-Men
Barry
prequels.
Keoghan. Keoghan is how you pronounce his name.
Oh, really?
I know that because blank check.
Yeah.
All right.
Keoghan? It's Barry Keoghan.
Keoghan.
Keoghan?
Keoghan.
Keoghan?
Because it starts with K.
Like Key and then Ewan?
Yeah.
Keoghan.
Keoghan.
Barry Keoghan. All right.
All right, perfect.
So-
Now on to Greg's next pick.
Yep, so anyway, check out the movie Joe, starring blah, blah, blah.
Alright, so I can pick either my first Joe movie or my number 1 Volcano movie, and I'm pretty sure you guys haven't seen my number 1 Joe pick, or probably won't pick it, so
You never know.
I'm gonna go with Volcano, and I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stray away from picking Incredibles like I always do.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. I
And
Yeah.
instead, I'm just gonna go with Lord of the Rings: Fellowship of the Ring,
all right.
which
So
I think is the best of the trilogy.
Is there really much of a volcano in that?
Oh yeah, in the whole opening scene, you have to throw the ring into Mount Doom. It's kind of the
I say that all three are volcano movies.
yeah.
The main antagonist of the movie is a volcano.
Yeah. Also, they just have that scene in the beginning where I forget the characters' names, but like the guy from the Matrix is like, "Do it, throw it in, cast it out."
Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, Hugo
Elrond.
Weaving. Elrond,
Yeah.
yes.
L. Ron Hubbard, founder of
Elrond
Scientology.
Hubbard
I know,
was
I
like,
was gonna say that too.
throw it in,
Yeah.
and of course, like that's when man falls or whatever because they, the greed gets to them, and they instead of throwing it in the volcano, they don't. So I mean, there is a volcano.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, there is a volcano at the beginning.
Yeah. And it probably cuts to it at some point in the movie.
Maybe.
Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
But that's
the
unknowable.
volcano is always looming, though.
It's a volcano's all of them.
Yeah.
I think all of them are fine for a volcano. Yep. Why do you like this movie?
Yeah. Well, I think just the way they set up the story is just so perfect. It's like every scene in like the Shire at the beginning, and they have like the score going with like concerning hobbits like do 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 do.
That's a nice song.
Yeah, it's just
An absolute banger. Like when
Yeah.
you're in a club and they start playing that song, like you're gonna get
You
laid.
start twerking and
Yup. Babies are getting made. Actually, like a dance remix of that would be fire.
Yeah, I wonder. There probably is a dance remix of Concerning Hobbits out there somewhere.
Well,
Let's
wait,
remember to look
who
that
would,
up
who
after
would
the pod.
do that kind of DJ set? Somebody that Greg actually saw live might.
Oh,
DJ
yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Yes.
I did see Elijah Wood DJ twice.
Didn't you
Yeah.
say it was terrible?
Yeah, he is a terrible DJ.
Wait, why did you see him a second time?
Well, because he
It was
was
just-
DJing Magic tournaments.
Oh, got
Yeah.
it.
Well, he was like at the Magic tournament. If you like had the ticket or whatever, you could go watch Elijah Wood DJ afterwards.
Because
Because
sounds kind of fun.
they did a Lord of the Rings set, and then so he was DJing in the there was a DJ event where Elijah Wood DJ'd because it's Lord of the Rings themed. And then the next one, he just had a good time, so he was just like, "Oh, I want to do it again," I guess. Even though it wasn't Lord of the Rings themed anymore, but he was back anyways.
Was it Greasy Strangler themed?
It should have been, but Elijah Wood is cool in the movie, and I don't know. It's one of the all-time. It's just I feel like it's one of those movies that obviously it's great. It's Lord of the Rings, but maybe I should explain why it's better than I just think that I don't know the beginning the start of the story is just so good. I just love the Hobbit stuff. I love the preamble about like it shouldn't just explaining exposition shouldn't be as amazing as it is in this movie, but even when they're just talking about the sort of lore about how man falls and all that, and like the sort of battle at Mount Doom, in the past, and how the ring, sits in the bottom of the lake for however long, and all this, and how people are fighting over the ring for centuries or however long. All that stuff, it just feels like, man, this movie is so good. Already. Even when you're just talking about just, straight exposition, somehow it just feels like... It doesn't feel like it's... it is exposition, but it feels like you're just, delving into, a rich text of, this is just important,
Well,
it's like the Bible, but better, I guess.
A lot of it is because you've got that Galadriel voiceover. Like, her voice is just so
Kate
good.
Blanchett is killing it with the voiceover at the beginning. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just great. I've obviously seen it a dozen times or whatever, and it's my favorite of the three, mostly because of just the Hobbit stuff is just so fun, and I like the transition from the world of where everything is kind of peaceful and great, and how you can kind of see like this, British cottage situation or whatever, and then you have to like leave that space to go on the journey to like unknown.
Yeah.
I don't know, why were we born into these times, Scandal. I don't know. It's just it's a great movie.
I totally agree with you that Fellowship is the best because it wouldn't be as phenomenal as it was without the grounding of Fellowship, and it has like it kind of feels like not like a throwaway line, but like whatever. But it's my favorite line of everything is like, "I'm going alone, Sam. Of course you are, and I'm going with you."
Yeah,
that was pretty good, right?
Yeah, that is a nice line.
Yeah, Sam is great.
But like that was the best, and then throughout all of it, like obviously Sam is the best character. We can all agree. But like, I'm going alone. Of course you are, but I'm going with you. Like, I love that.
All right, we all got to share our favorite lines. My favorite line is when Galadriel says, "And then, against all odds, the ring found its way to the most unlikely of creatures, Bruno Mars."
Yeah, but it's Lord of the Rings. It's amazing. You shall not pass. I mean, there's so many good. I mean, I feel like the first one has the most banger lines. Yeah. But
you shall not pass.
Well, you don't want me to justify why it's better than Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
I think you better.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it's better.
Cool. Nice.
I'm not convinced.
Right.
Elaborate.
Galadriel bait. All right.
Elaborate. Masturbate.
I like how I have volcanoes all to myself now.
That's always been your dream.
I am interested to see what.
I like how I just got to pick in order of what I wanted now, and I didn't think that anybody would be on my side, especially because you guys are gonna have a lot more. Well, I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I do want to note that I didn't just pick all one category this time. I bounced back and forth.
I really appreciated that.
Which is my luxury of going first, I feel like.
Yeah, going first is nice.
Yeah.
All right. My next pick is going to be the same thing that I realized last week. My pick is Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah.
The Spy Who Shagged Me?
Not The Spy Who Shagged Me. International Man of Mystery.
Yeah, because then his base is in a volcano at the end.
In the first one, his base is in a volcano. In the second one, it's in Seattle.
My web search today said that the volcano base is mistakenly thought to be in the first one, but is actually in the second one. Was my web search wrong? It says that a lot of people mistakenly think the volcano layer is in the first movie. It said it's actually in the second movie. Because I don't remember, but the internet said it's The Spy Who Shagged Me that has a volcano base.
Is it? Well, regardless, either one of them.
Whichever one has a volcano.
The Austin Powers movie.
Whichever Austin Powers movie has a volcano.
Austin Powers is super fun. It's... Like, I always feel weird about, saying the same things as I said a previous week.
Yeah, it does look like it's The Spy Who Shagged Me, actually.
Wonderful. In The Spy Who Shagged Me, so it is the... Sorry, I picked these movies back to back. But Austin Powers is a super funny movie. It riffs on, action franchise that I don't really care about. And I didn't really realize...
James Bond?
Yeah. And I just think it's really fun. I don't know how much I need to do, but I just said all this.
Well, for people who don't know what Austin Powers is, it's Mike Myers.
So it's Mike Myers, riffing on the James Bond theme, and the bad guy always holds up in a cool villain's lair, like a volcano.
Yeah. And
so in apparently Spy Who Shagged Me, that's where he's at now.
Yeah.
So
and it's even got his face on the outside of the volcano, I think.
It does.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say much more.
You're getting emotional. I can tell.
Yeah.
I did definitely like. I like all the Austin Powers movies. The first two blend together more. Not
exactly. The first two blend together so much in my brain.
I feel like this third one is a bit separate in my brain for whatever reason. Not because it's better or worse even. I don't know. Maybe a little worse, but it's definitely separate though.
I think it goes 1, 3, 2.
I think for me, like the first two already existed before I'd heard of Austin Powers, and I sort of watched them both together. And then the third one came out, and I saw it when I was a kid in theaters, and so that's why it's kind of separated in my brain more, maybe.
Yeah.
But also, just like Beyonce and Fat Bastard are just like a different vibe.
Well, Fat Bastard comes in the second one.
Oh, is he in the second one?
Yep.
Oh no, it's
he's also in the third
it's
one.
The character Goldmember is what's the separate vibe.
Yeah, the Goldmember is not my favorite character, but it's fun. He's got the Midas touch because it touched them too
He touches a little bit too much. And also, Papa wasn't there to take me to the fair to change my underwear. That's Goldmember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't
Daddy
sound particularly good.
Oh, Daddy.
Take me to the fair.
But it's Michael Caine.
Yeah, Michael Caine.
Oh, Michael Caine played Goldmember?
No, he plays his dad.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, Austin Powers' dad.
That makes perfect sense.
And also Dr. Evil's dad, spoilers, because they're brothers.
What?
I do find it very funny. I feel like I just gotta shout out the fact that it's revealed in the third movie of the trilogy that Austin Powers and Dr. Evil are secretly brothers. And then they do it worse in Spectre in the actual James Bond movie. They're literally just ripping off the parody version of James Bond.
That is nice.
That is funny.
So yeah, I basically said nothing about it, and I know Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, is a really fun movie. It's engaging because I love parody movies that don't explicitly need you to watch the source material. That is just funny with the jokes that they create. Like, when I watched this for the first time, I knew nothing about James Bond, and I thought it was just funny, both the first Austin Powers and the second one.
Yeah, I feel like his character is fully formed, whether or not you, like,
and then,
you don't need to know about James Bond.
Also, Heather Graham, fucking beautiful. And 2, this is better than Spy Kids 2, because it's kind of a level up for me about Spy Kids onto Austin Powers. That's a natural progression of Spy, literally a kid, into an adult. And that's what...
Oh, yeah.
This is me growing up. You can see my transition into adulthood.
Yeah, that's going to be fun for the audience. They're going to feel like they've always known you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but that's all I have to say about it. All right, Jeff.
Okay.
Your next one.
Well, good picks. My number 2 movie for Joe, I am going to try to add some class to this shit show.
All right.
I am picking the 1953 movie Roman Holiday.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a nice movie starring Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck. Directed by William Wyler. And written by a team of people I've never heard of. Although one of the writers is named Ian McLellan. And at first I thought it said Ian McKellen, and I was like, I didn't know that he was also a writer. But he's not. So you can rest easy knowing that Gandalf did not write this movie. But it's a movie about a princess who is rather sheltered and bored with her sheltered life, and she escapes to Rome and ends up falling in love with an American. It's very romantic and very Italian. They ride around on motor scooters as Italians are known to do. Um, if whoops, the trailer started playing. I don't know if that picked up on the microphone. Hopefully.
Probably not. Who can say?
Yeah, we'll never know. Because we don't listen to these things. We just crank them out and count our money.
Yeah, it's for the sheep to listen to them.
Exactly. The bewildered herd.
Oh, that seems like a nice pick. I feel like I should check this movie out at some point.
I also very much need to watch this movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Fun fact, in the novel American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis, at some point, the main character, Patrick Bateman, is staying in the Hamptons, I think with his fiance at maybe it might be her family's summer home. But anyway, he's completely nuts. There are parts of it where he's talking about just going out on the beach and eating handfuls of sand. He's a serial killer who is just he suffers from psychosis in addition to being a psychopath. And anyway, they have a ton of old movies at this house in the Hamptons, and he mentions that they watch a bunch of them, and their favorite was Roman Holiday.
I mean, it sounds nice. I feel like, just generally for me, okay, for some reason I've gone back and watched a bunch of 80s movies that were before my time or whatever, but I haven't really gone back and seen nearly as many 70s, 60s, 50s, and beyond. I've seen a smattering here and there, but just not very many. So I feel like I should go back and watch more.
Yeah, it tends to feel really worthwhile. I think because of the diminishing returns thing, where if you haven't seen many, it's watching even just one more feels like it is really adding a lot to your experience.
Yeah. And the 50s movies that I have seen, I have liked for the most part.
Oh, which ones have you seen?
The Incredible Shrinking Man.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Alright, and on that note.
So anyway, the Gregory Peck character is named Joe. You can look it up.
I assumed. I didn't need to fact check you on that.
Yeah, and interestingly, the Audrey Hepburn character is named Volcano.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
All right.
And that movie is better than the Nicolas Cage movie Joe because the Nicolas Cage movie Joe, it's worth watching, but it's I don't know, it didn't knock my socks off or anything. Whereas Roman Holiday, it's a classic movie. It's a movie that I think probably everyone should see at some point.
I mean, it's extremely famous.
Yeah, it captures a kind of cinematic romance that we may never see again. It's just sort of lost to a certain period in time.
Yeah.
That black and white sort of international, glamorous, just boy meets girl. Yeah, check it out. Roman Holiday.
Wonderful. All right, on to Greg's last pick.
All right, I think maybe I've picked this movie before, or at least tried to, but I'm going to go with my last Joe pick, Blade Runner 2049.
That's what I was expecting.
Is Jared Leto named Joe in it?
No.
No. Ryan Gosling's named Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Ryan Gosling is a replicant in the movie, and he doesn't really have a name. He's referred to as K or whatever. And then at some point in the halfway point roughly, there's this hologram character that he sort of has a relationship with, and she asks him to pick a name or something, and I think he doesn't want to. I can't remember exactly how the scene goes, but basically he ends up picking the name Joe, or she picks it for him, and so then for the rest of the movie he's Joe, and the average Joe, and it's kind of it's kind of sad because I mean for the movie it's just kind of a sad movie, but the Joe aspect is kind of interesting because he like starts referring to himself as Joe because this AI program, this hologram, who he's like forming a relationship with, chooses the name Joe. And
is that
Anna de Armas?
Anna de Armas, yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of feel like they're like, because the hologram, they spent time with each other, and like she knows things about him, and they sort of like, you know, it seems real enough, and then at some point you in like the third act or whatever, Joe is standing like on top of a building, and he sees a big billboard advertising the hologram that he had, and it says like it says like, oh, if you're an average Joe or whatever. So basically, it was always gonna refer to him as Joe, and then it sort of calls into question the relationship that they had. Like, was it ever meaningful at all, or what does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a great movie. It's probably one of the best looking movies ever.
I still need to see this movie, and thanks for spoiling all of it. But that was on the list when I looked it up. Obviously, he's my favorite actor. And now, every time a movie comes up on one of our pods, it goes up in my ranking of things I need to watch. So,
yeah. I mean, it is kind of like a, you know, it's slow, but like it's very pretty, and it's also just like, it's hard to predict where things go, but in a way, but also it feels very like I don't know. It feels like the conclusion is, I think, satisfying, but you know, interesting. I don't know. And shout out Denis Villeneuve or whatever, obviously, and
also Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews for sure. And Roger Deakins.
Deakins, that's the biggest one. Yeah.
Yeah, he I think he won the Oscar this time around for this movie.
Yep.
And it's it's a great movie.
Yep.
It's, you know, pretty, it's sad. The world building is amazing. I don't know.
What's it called again?
Blade Runner 2049.
I have not seen
sequel to Blade Runner.
The sequel to Blade Runner 2048, presumably.
Wait, do you not actually know Blade Runner?
Blade Runner, I think, is set in 2017, I want to say.
But I mean, it sounds... I assume they've made 2,049 of these movies.
Yes, the fun thing is, like, I think 2049 is actually, I think, longer in universe than in our universe. I forget which one. I guess if you do the math, 2017 to 2049 versus 1982 to 27. Wait.
Maybe 32.
Oh no, I think Blade Runner is maybe
25.
Is Blade Runner set in like 2021? I don't know, 2019? Maybe it's 2019. That sounds better. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It very much does not matter.
Time is an illusion.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a great movie. But yeah, I do like sci-fi movies. I like movies that make you go like question things and like, I don't know. I feel like sci-fi movies are so much fun because they sort of tackle like what could be rather than what is, and I think that's always interesting. And this movie does a good job of that. And
yeah.
I don't know, every scene just feels like, wow, this movie's really good, and part of it's just because it looks great, but I don't know.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Star Trek Into Darkness.
Oh, that movie sucks, though.
No, that movie's a banger. You need to watch it again.
I guess I might. I might go through and watch all the Star
another
Trek
movie
movies
you
again
need to
at
watch
some point.
is my last pick.
Count me in.
So, my last pick for Volcano, I was thinking that I should pick Incredibles early on to Bo and Greg, But I'm like, I don't really feel like that because I already had a couple that were fun. But I'm also going to pick... It's that or another movie that I've also brought up multiple times. And I'm gonna pick the movie that I've brought up multiple times. Which is Moana.
Oh, yeah, there's
Oh,
the volcano.
I didn't-
now.
Volcano...
I didn't think of that.
The volcano is the island of Te Fiti.
Yeah.
The island... A volcano is literally a character in the movie.
Just like Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
it's no
Yes.
Incredibles, but that movie's pretty nice too, I guess.
Moana is
It's
my
no Playdate.
my favorite Disney movie. It's about a young woman who is on a Polynesian island where they are scared about going beyond their reef, going beyond their little island community, and then everything starts decaying on the island, and then they realize that the only way to combat that is to go back to their roots as I don't know how to say it.
Human traffickers?
No. Peloponnesian sailors.
That sounds right.
And actually voyage again. And then she becomes a voyager and then has a couple companions, including the actual god Maui. And then they fight the god, who is a volcano.
Oh, yeah, that whole island is like
Yeah.
a big face god.
I like how for Moana I brought it up like, oh, the sea. I'm like, what if the sea was actually a character? Moana. Yes. What if Volcano was actually a character? What if they both were personified?
What if?
Yeah.
Boy.
And so, I love Moana. It's one of my favorite movies.
I love land.
I sing Moana songs all the time. It's better than Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me because I actually watch it again and again.
Yep.
And the songs are pretty good.
The songs are surprisingly good.
I feel like I usually don't like songs from musicals. There's at least one or two that I think is pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, famously all the songs in Moana were written by Will Smith.
You know actually who they're written by.
Of course.
Lin-Manuel
Alexander
Miranda?
Hamilton.
Yes. Okay. Again, I don't want to say too much about it because I've talked a bunch, and everyone who's talked about Moana enough, so I'll leave it at that. All right.
I do want to add though that I have a bone to pick with Moana 2 because
it sucks.
Well, I have not seen it, but they missed the best opportunity in the history of cinema to call the movie Moana Mo Problems.
I know that's right.
Yeah, it was right there.
All right, Jeff, finish
off the podcast.
Yep.
With my final pick for Joe movies.
Yep.
And much like Thanos, my final pick is inevitable. My number one Joe movie is Meet Joe Black.
We all knew it was going to be that.
A movie that I love, that Greg famously hates. That Rick, have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but you know what?
Rick would like it more than me, certainly.
I mean,
you know
you
what?
might like it less
I'm just
than
gonna
everyone
decide.
on the planet.
You love when I do this, and that's why I'm going to do it. I'm going to decide that I hate it.
Based in pure, unbridled ignorance.
Exactly.
I mean, that's fun. It's you've made that your brand.
I mean, have you seen the running time?
It's like 3 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Although I did pick some long ones this time myself.
All right, talk about the movie.
The movie Meet Joe Black. It's based on something called Death Takes a Holiday. I don't know if that's an earlier movie or if that's like a play or possibly a book. Who cares? But it's basically about the Grim Reaper coming to Earth and taking the body of a young man who has just died, and using that body to experience life on Earth with a wealthy man who is going to die soon. The Grim Reaper just wants to see what it's like to be a person. He ends up falling in love with the wealthy man's daughter. They experience a whirlwind romance, which is a thing that people say.
It's definitely a thing people say, yes.
Yeah. and oddly, there are no tornadoes in the movie.
That is a shame.
Yeah, no kaiju either.
So I looked up the running time because I was curious. Apparently, it's 1 minute shorter than Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring. I would have thought it would be really funny if it was longer, but got
So-
right under the bullet there, or
There you
whatever.
So is it like 3 hours roughly?
178 minutes.
Wow, so just 2 minutes shy of 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy long. I think it goes
For
by
a
fast
movie
though
where very
because
little happens.
so interestingly, I think one of our goals over the course of this podcast should be figuring out like what the fuck is going on with each other's taste in movies.
Yeah.
Just because we care about each other and because we care about movies. And Greg, I feel like you like it when stuff is happening as opposed to like a lot of Meet Joe Black is just dialogue.
Yeah, that's also. I mean, stuff is not happening, but also I feel like even the dialogue scenes are pretty slow.
Yeah, and I mean, I would have to see it again, but I don't recall there being any particular scene in the movie where I get bored. Like I generally care about all of the characters in the movie, and I care about what they have to say, and I know that you must feel the opposite because you hate it so much, but I honestly
Yeah.
I just enjoy spending time in that world.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, I think it's maybe one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, if I ever do like a bottom 5 all-time list, Meet Joe Black would probably be on it. It was
Is it
just
worse than
incredible.
Geely?
Yeah, I mean, not in I think it feels like a better movie from like scene to scene, maybe. But I just feel like if I had to sit through one now, I would definitely rather watch Geely, mostly because it's shorter, to be
Shorter.
fair. But also, I feel like it has some unintentional laughs, which is nice.
Yeah.
And just general silliness that, it's very bad.
All right, but that's fine. We've talked about that. Jeff, do you want to talk about why Meet Joe Black is better than Roman Holiday?
Well, no, I still want to talk about.
Oh, you still... Yeah.
Yeah. Part of why I enjoy spending time in that world is because I think a lot of that world is just like very beautiful. Like there's something. I know that currently everyone is like, oh, we hate billionaires, like rich people are evil, blah blah blah, but
That is
there's
part of it.
there's something very beautiful
Billionaires.
about like, for example, the mansion and like the penthouse where this guy lives. There's just something aesthetically very beautiful.
Do you like Nancy Meyers movies? Because those are all like set design beautiful.
Yeah, I tend to like Nancy Meyers movies. There's even like there's a particular scene in Meet Joe Black in the rich guy's penthouse where his daughter is just like swimming in the private pool, and there's just like all this glass overlooking the city, and it's like swimming pool at night, and it's just very aesthetically beautiful. It's fun to look at. And his mansion, probably in Rhode Island, wherever, like they helicopter out of the city to his mansion. It's a very visually beautiful movie for the most part, and the daughter is like genuinely a good person, even though her dad is super wealthy. She works as a nurse and she genuinely cares about people. And even the Anthony Hopkins character, as I recall, he's not like a prick or anything. He's like this really wealthy guy, but he seems like
I mean, I'd say he's a prick.
Based on what? Because I admittedly haven't seen it for a long time.
I don't know. I mean, he's kind of like the stereotypical kind of rich jerk character. I mean, he's not as much of a jerk as like Scrooge McDuck or whatever, but he's kind of like, he doesn't, he's like, stern or whatever.
Because we're constantly saying someone should assassinate that Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, but I don't know. I will say something positive about the movie. I thought Jeffrey Tambor was he's my favorite character. I think he had at least one line that I thought was fun.
It's a great character actor.
Nice. He's a good actor. The score is very pretty. There's just like good music, good vibes. The sister's a little annoying, like the older sister or whatever, who but the one that Brad Pitt doesn't fall in love with.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just fundamentally a movie that thinks it's of itself that's very like profound and interesting and deep, when really it isn't, in my opinion. I guess that's what I don't like about it.
I don't get the impression that it thinks of itself in that way. I feel like it is just a movie that tells a pretty straightforward story. There's romance.
That's the way
It
that
is
it's shot.
so... I haven't seen the movie.
Self-important.
Everything I see about that, I've watched clips of it, and every little shot is so self-important.
It's maybe the most self-important movie of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never gotten that from it. Again, I haven't seen it for possibly decades.
Okay.
I own it on DVD, though. Like, I would be happy to watch it again.
I guess I watched it for the first time, maybe 2-3 years ago. And yeah, I don't know, it's just it's a slog, incredibly self-important and self-indulgent.
It's possible that it hasn't aged well, because remember, I'm impossibly old, so I saw it around the time that it first came out, I want to say 1998, maybe.
Yeah, it is 1998.
Well, I feel like we've gone over this movie in other pods too. So let's just move on to our honorable mentions.
I do have to say though, obviously
one last thing, but we have to move on.
Obviously, the Grim Reaper character is Joe Black, and this movie is better than whatever my number 2 pick was.
Roman Holiday.
Oh yeah, Roman Holiday,
a classic that everyone loves.
Because Roman Holiday, I've only seen it once, and it didn't make me feel like, oh, I definitely have to watch this.
I mean, to be fair, people do love Meet Joe Black. At least some people do.
Yeah,
I don't understand why.
It's a beloved movie. I would say Meet Joe Black is also a classic. And, I mean, yeah, I know the movie a lot better than I know Roman Holiday. It's just, in my opinion, it's just one of these really long movies. It doesn't feel that long because, I guess I'm just repeating myself here. I just really enjoy spending time in that world.
Wonderful.
I will say that Brad Pitt's getting hit by the car scene is not as fun in context as it is out of context.
Wonderful.
I think it's more fun in context because it comes so out of nowhere.
All right, Greg. What are your honorable mentions?
All right. For Joe movies, I had a few that were listed. So one that I was on the fence about whether it would qualify or not is the movie Dredd, because apparently the Judge Dredd's first name is Joe.
I saw that too.
Really?
I would not have classified that.
Yeah.
Because or qualified it, because that's just, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that is mentioned in the movie ever, but it's one of those lore things, because obviously it's based on a comic book or whatever. And, let's see, in Philadelphia, Denzel Washington's character is named Joe.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Can we use, do we already say this for the audience? Joel is what you thought was...
Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah. I think we said that already, yeah.
Okay. In AI,
Yep, AI. Gigolo Joe.
Gigolo Joe.
I want to pick that just because that's a great name, Gigolo Joe.
And Looper, I think the main character's named Joe in Looper.
Yeah.
The movie's
Never
not
seen
bad. And Soul, the
Yep,
Pixar
yep.
movie.
I really wanted to pick Soul. I like Soul a lot.
Yeah, and then so in Volcano, besides Lord of the Rings movies, obviously Incredibles, Avatar 3.
Yep.
I was trying to remember if the How to Train Your Dragon movies had a volcano or not. They feel like they should. There should be a volcano, but I can't actually remember. I want to shout out The Core.
I literally asked Google, does The Core have a volcano?
It does.
And I wasn't going to pick it anyway because I barely remember the movie.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen The Core recently.
Oh, okay.
And there's not a volcano until like the very end because when they're escaping from the core, they no longer have their big like laser to drill through the earth.
Oh, so they have to
Yeah, then they exit through a sea volcano.
Yep.
And that's how they get out of the core. And the
but
core.
To go back and reiterate though that on a different thing, Avatar: Fire and Ash, definitely volcano movie. We just don't want to.
We don't really see the. I mean, it is a volcano movie. You don't really see the volcano. It's just kind of implied.
No. There's one shot where you see it blow up.
Oh, really?
When she's talking, you see an explosion from a volcano.
Oh, okay.
In her, yeah.
Okay, and then so the core. I want to say that like Dante's Peak is a '90s movie where like the volcano-ness and the science is fairly accurate as far as things go, but the core is the exact opposite, where it's not accurate at all, but it's still fun, and I want to shout out the core. And then the other 1998 volcano movie besides Dante, or 1997, I think, Volcano. I feel like Volcano should be mentioned. It's definitely worse than Dante's Peak, but it's still fun, and it has Tommy Lee Jones, and it's pretty good. I think if I didn't pick Dante's Peak, or if someone else had picked Dante's Peak, I would have picked Volcano. And then I want to shout out Jurassic World 2. Not the worst Jurassic World.
So the thing is, the first barrier to entry is that it has to be a good movie.
Yeah, and another movie that I had on my list, which I'm maybe a little surprised that no one picked, Revenge of the Sith, the third Star Wars movie.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't really like it that much, so I didn't pick it.
I don't think it's a volcano. A lot of lava. It's a lava planet.
Yeah.
There's never a spire of lava.
Well, I don't know. I feel like there's like different elevations on the volcano. I mean, the lava is flowing out of somewhere, right?
No, I think it's just lava.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it should count, but maybe upon rewatch, I'd be like, there's not really a volcano, but
it's okay that it didn't get brought up. I
don't know. I feel like that's all my honorable mentions, more or less.
All right, so mine. Again, I had like nothing that wasn't already said, except for I had no other volcano movies.
Oh, really?
Well, I was assuming I was going to get the other ones that you guys didn't pick, because you guys like disaster movies, and disaster movies are volcano movies. But for Joe, I also had Little Women. Saoirse Ronan's character, her name is Jo.
Oh, like J.O.
Okay.
Yeah, Jo.
Yeah. I heard that was good.
It's very good. Yeah. Greta Gerwig directing.
Timothée Chalamet plays the boy.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I actually do have one other one that I would have argued for, which is Scooby-Doo movie. They're on like a big like tropical island with like a big like volcano.
It's kind of like a volcano island.
Yeah,
it never erupts or anything.
No,
right?
but it might be like a fake thing, but like that's the whole like vibe of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean it definitely seems like there's a volcano there. I haven't watched it in a while, but
yeah,
it probably counted.
The other Joe that I had was Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah, I was wondering if Joseph would count, because like Joseph to me is kind of different from going by Joe. It's like a different vibe.
I liked.
I feel like Joseph should count.
I feel like it could.
Like,
I just
Joe
didn't
is
want to bring it up because
traditionally short for Joseph, right?
Well, yeah, it is, but I just...
Yep.
Just... Because sometimes we go by vibes, and I don't know if, like, Joseph... I don't know if Joseph feels like Joe.
Well, here's
Well,
something I'm just thinking of now. Should any movie that's, like, set in Hawaii count as a volcano movie?
Well, what I asked Joe, it's funny because I texted our friend Joe about this, is in Lost in Translation, there's a bunch of shots of Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is an active volcano.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I never really thought about, like, real volcanoes as much. For me, like, for some reason, in my mind, I felt like the movie should have at least some lava in it.
Yeah.
But, like...
You
Yeah.
thought lava first,
Yeah.
which is why you thought Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's perfect. We never got into this. Jeff, did you have any?
So I don't know if any of us have seen this, but I feel like we should at least give a shout out to Joe versus the volcano.
Oh yeah, nobody here has
Yeah.
seen it.
We haven't actually watched it.
I've heard it's good.
I've
Matt
heard
Damon and Ben
people like
Affleck were talking it up on a recent podcast.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, I haven't seen it. I can tell you guys now.
On mic.
Yeah, I can tell you guys that I only had 4 movies for each category. So I am really glad that in each category I got the 3 of the 4 that I wanted, and the 4th one was picked by one of you. So all 8 of my movies got picked. We didn't have any problems.
I had like 10 of each.
Yeah, and I only had 4 of each, so I'm really glad it worked out.
Wonderful.
And I guess I'll give a shout out to when I was looking up actors that I like and seeing if they've ever played a character named Joe. Jake Gyllenhaal played a character named Joe in a Netflix movie called The Guilty. It's nothing too special, but I thought it was worthwhile. He plays a 911 operator named Joe, and there's like, it's always nice sometimes just to see a movie that seems realistic, maybe about like a career where you're like, oh, I'll spend some time to, it's almost like a ride along to see, oh, what would it be like to work in that field?
That's fun.
So yeah, The Guilty, worthwhile. 3 stars out of 5 from me.
All right, wonderful.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
All right, and now we get to the crux of it.
Yup. Where men become boys.
So we have 2 categories: Joe versus Volcano. For Joe, Greg picked Blade Runner 2049, Twister, Idiocracy. Rick, Mad Max Fury Road, Joe Dirt, Joe's Apartment. Jeff, Meet Joe Black, Roman Holiday. Joe. In Volcano, Greg picked Fellowship of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings. Godzilla, King of Monsters, Dante's Peak. Rick, Moana. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Spy Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams. For Jeff, The Lost City. Star Trek Into Darkness. And Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Who won? Greg.
Which category we should
which
specify?
category won?
Yeah,
which category has better
could
movies?
pick who picked better movies,
but
that's neither here nor there.
What?
I mean, so I like Fury Road, and Joe Dirt is nostalgic on the Joe side, but on the other side, I mean, Return of the King, Austin Powers, Moana's pretty good. I think I have to give it to the edge to the Volcano movies on this one.
I was kind of agreeing with you. It is a little bit unfair that there's 2 Lord of the Rings on Volcano's side.
Yeah, that does weigh it a bit.
But even besides that, I mean, there's a lot more that I just don't know. I mean, I don't know a lot of Jeffs, but like Meet Joe Black, like I haven't seen Roman Holiday, I haven't seen Joe, I haven't seen him, but I've at least seen a couple of Jeffs.
Yeah, I think I have seen all the Volcano movies, but I haven't seen Joe's Apartment, Joe, or Roman Holiday on the Joe side.
But again, I agree. I have to go with Volcano, and yeah, honestly, 2 Lord of the Rings makes me lean that way.
Yeah, when Lord of the Rings just fits into the category, I mean, that is going to skew things. I think maybe if we discounted Lord of the Rings, it would be a different story. But,
yeah. Well, that's how we did it. So
Yeah.
And I do think it should count.
it definitely should count.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's a clean sweep because honestly, for me, there's not much going on with these Joe movies.
There's not much. I mean, the whole point of Joe movies is that they're Joe schmo.
Well, what's weird about it is that it does seem like, in general, that if someone is a good screenwriter, they don't name the main character Joe.
I mean, the weird thing about it is there must be just way more movies that have characters named Joe than there are Volcano movies.
You would think.
Because there's not that many Volcano movies.
So one thing I thought about when I was doing my research is that we might have vastly different picks for Joe movies if we had perfect information.
That is true. I'm sure there's Joe movies that we missed.
Yeah.
Because Volcano, it's easier to, like, do a search for Volcano movies. It's easier to remember if there was a volcano in the movie. But, like, Joe movies, I mean, some of our favorite movies might have a protagonist named Joe, and we just didn't think of it.
Oh, here's a fun thing.
Either way.
Here's a fun thing. I just want to... Do we want to just pick of the other 2 people who was our favorite, or who...
I mean, we've never done that before.
Yeah, we haven't done it, but it could
well,
be
you
nice.
obviously hate most of my movies, so I don't know what the point is of doing that.
I mean, Return of the King is nice.
Return of the King is nice.
Yeah.
All right, so with a 3-0 vote, Volcano won for the Joe versus Volcano draft.
And that means that we think Volcano is going to win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for listening. I hope you liked the sirens that are going on outside right now.
Yeah, I mean, they may not be detectable.
Yeah.
I can say.
Yeah, but if you can hear the sirens, the police are finally on to us.
And they're closing in. That's
they're
why
like-
we gotta cut it short, unfortunately.
Exactly. Well, I'm Rick.
On behalf of Cardboard James Dean, I am Jeff Paul.
Yeah. Greg 8 Orange Avenue. I'm me.
That's perfect.
All right, good night.